Hey family, hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Happy Sunday to many of you. I pray that this message will find many of you. You know, um, I want to say in the best of light, but the message that I'm going to convey to many of you, even though you might be in a good mood and all of that, what I have to say is not really to me um, good news. Let me just say that. I want to speak about the missing children um, in Maui when that um, fire had broken out in Maui. You know, many other parents were at work and their children were at school, and they ended up letting the children go home, and they were traveling on a bus. Okay, and from what I'm hearing, some of the kids are accounted for, but not all of them. And I don't know how many that are not accounted for. We really don't know how many children are presently missing, but it's a lot of them. There are also buses that are not accounted for. So it's like do the math. I mean, really, they should have an idea. They should really have an idea as far as how many children are missing, especially if the buses are not accounted for. Okay, I mean, make that make sense. What happened to the buses? But anyway, many other parents were not at home when the children was dropped off from the school bus. Um, I wasn't there. I'm just going by what I'm hearing up on social media. But that being said, a lot of children have went missing uh, due to that. And this is what I ain't picking up being led by the Spirit. So I'm going to say this due to that corruption of this so called event that was planned. This is what I ain't picking up. You want to say conspiracy theory? That's fine. Remember, this is not facts. This is not facts as far as what's coming out of my mouth. It is allegedly. And I have to say this is for entertainment purpose only. I have to say that because it's not facts what's coming out of my mouth. Even though what we're reading, you never know. They can just tell us anything. But I'm led by the Spirit, and this is pretty much a intuitive energy reading family. So I definitely want to be mindful of what I say. I'm not going to make this that long. I want to tell you what came out when I was meditating on these missing children. I just want to be mindful of what I say. Um, when I had did a missing case on this young girl, this young lady that had went missing. Her mom had hit me up a while back, and she was thanking me for, doing that reading on her daughter because she said I was spot on. And this is a parent, okay, and the parent know their child. And a lot of times I be very hesitant of what I'm going to say because I don't want to make the person look bad, and I don't want to leave out certain information that can be very crucial to a case. But I was very pleased that that parent, appreciated, me caring enough to, shed light on her loved one missing case. But when I had received that comment, I didn't know it was the parent. Actually, I wasn't really paying attention to the, name. I just saw that somebody left a message and they were saying out spot on, and they were thanking me for, doing that reading. They really appreciate it. And then somebody hit me up and said, that was a parent. I said, oh my God, so that was the mother that said that. I didn't know that. But the point I'm trying to make is I was saying things like, I'm praying that this young lady will be found, but it doesn't look good. Pretty much what came out of my mouth, I should not have said. I mean, let me just say that. Okay, I thought just some average person that was just hitting me up. But the point I'm trying to make is I want to be mindful of what I say. Okay, I respect. I never know who's watching. I mean, it can be some people that live in Hawaii, in the area of Hawaii, and they may know somebody, they may know somebody, or many of them could be affected and they're watching. So I just really want to be mindful of what I say. None of this is my opinion, but I do have an opinion. Please know that. I'm doing this as a labor of love and just sharing my gift of the spirit. So that being said, with that being said, I think y'all for being patient with your sister. I just want to put that out there, okay? I don't know everything, but I do know what I know. And sadly, a lot of times I don't like putting certain information out there because I feel like nothing won't be done about it. To be honest with you, a lot of times nothing's done about it due to corruption and cover up. And many people know what I'm talking about. I have other intuitive sisters who watch me, so they know what I'm talking about. A lot of times, nothing is done about it. If I have people who watch me, and Lord knows I appreciate you all watching because you care, but many people don't even hit the like button. And I'm not going to beg anybody, but hitting the like button will, push the awareness out there for others to see it. And also, it will also help if you share. I mean, some of you do share. My sister, Katrina Brady, thank you, my sister. She shared, that video that I had did the video saying uncovering deception in Hawaii. I'm sorry, uncovering deception in Maui fires, intuitive energy reading. This is it right here. I had did this only 4 days ago, and only 18 people hit the like. Maybe they didn't like the video. I don't know, but it would definitely help if they would have hit the like, because they would bring more awareness to the video, and it would definitely help if they hit the share button. But I had this reading right here. Let me click on it. So if many of you have not seen this, I appreciate if you check this out, because you would understand what this is about right here. It would really help you to understand a little bit. Let me just say that. Let me just say that as far as why I'm saying all of this right here. Okay. I didn't too much, talk about the children that are missing in this video, but it was pretty much a deception behind the scenes that led up to, the fires that had broken out in Maui. So that being said, for those of you that care, like I said, I thank you for your views. I appreciate it. If any of you are able bodied to hit that like button, I appreciate that as well. If any of you can share, I appreciate that. Share on your Facebook. It really makes a difference. Somebody might see it and look at it and they may share it. I'm very passionate when it comes to the missing period. But when it comes to our children, Lord knows I like to go the extra mile. So with that being said, I was on social media and I happened to come across this. It's called Secret Hidden Tunnel Found 300 Below Maui, Hawaii. And this video was uploaded 7 years ago by a YouTuber named Adventure Brad. I'm going to show you the picture. For many of you, after you through watching this right here, check out this video right here and show Brad some love. He just, I mean, I don't know what made him upload this video, but I thank God he did. It just really lets you know how those that are in corruption can use all kinds of ways as far as when it comes to trafficking. Let me just say that it's interesting the tactics that they use to lure people out. You know what I mean? It's like hidden in plain sight. But anyway, and I'm not saying this is what happened to those children, but just check this out. It's just very interesting. And I think it was on TikToks, I believe. And a lot of people started to watch this video. You see how many views it has. It has what 274,000 views, and it was what 7 years ago. So this is right here is the video. Feel free to check this out. And this is below underground in Maui. This is 300 below, okay, miles below. So anyway, I just want to share that. Okay, now with that being said, I was meditating on the children, okay, and I had to really pray about it because I was feeling like I'm resistant to talk about it. But I'm going to rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Okay? Lord, Ben shall come to my dwelling place. I'm blessed, highly favored, and I'm covered by the Father of the light of the Most High. So anyway, I was getting a lot of resistance when it comes to me speaking on this topic. Let me just say that sinister don't want this information to come out. And it may not even really come out if people don't care enough to like and share the video. Okay? When I was meditating on the children of Hawaii, I feel like a small percentage of them did perish in the fire. Notice what I said, a small percentage, I feel, did perish in the fire due to being trapped, possibly inside of a building or their own homes, okay? Now, and some of them could have drowned in the water as far as trying to get away from the fires, but I feel like it's a small percentage of them. The majority of them, family, hold your horses. I feel like the majority of those children are still alive. I don't feel like that majority of them are deceased. I feel like they're still alive. Okay. Now, this is the kicker here. And everything I'm saying is allegedly, but I am led by the Spirit. And if any of my intuitive brothers and sisters out there who are watching, you know, tap in, okay, with your gift of the Spirit, you too will, I'm sure you will pick up on what I'm saying, okay? But anyway, I feel like the majority of the children did not perish in the fire. The majority of them are still alive. Now, what could have happened to them? I truly feel like due to corruption, for one thing, I feel like this fire was planned, okay? They came out in a reading I did earlier, so make sure you check out the one I did on Oprah and the Rock. It came out in the reading that this so-called fire was planned, and some kind of energy weapon was used, okay? It's sad when they attack their own people, but anyway, but everything is just due to, you know, uh, those behind the scenes. They want that land, okay? They want to take over that land, whatever their hideous agenda is. Now, getting back to the children that I feel are still alive, um, this is what I'm getting up here. I am going to reshuffle. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And so far, even though I showed many of you about the other video that was talking about a hidden tunnel, and I truly believe a lot of children are trafficked that way underground. Okay, please know a lot of trafficking is going on underground. It's not above ground. They can get caught somehow. You know, they have these tunnel systems. But anyway, I'm not getting that here. But I'm going to reshuffle and who's going to come back out. Okay, family. Now I'm going to share with what I have so far. Due to those that are in power, okay, with deep pockets, okay, I feel like whoever is playing a part in these children's disappearance is due to some kind of corruption. They have their own hideous agenda for those children, but I truly believe that the majority of them are still alive. I feel like they were lured out, okay, but I feel like they was tricked. I don't know if they were saying, you know, are they trying to help them, is, you know, try to lure them out, you know, let them know you know, we'll get you back to your family, you know, we're trying to help you, you know. I'm not really sure how that dynamic was, but I'm going to share with you what I have so far. I have here in a tight space, can't move, trapped. Now, for me to see this right here, I think about it's a possibility these children, these are the ones that could have been in their home and they were trapped due to the collapse of their home being on fire. I feel like these are the ones that could have perished. Okay, in a tight space, can't move, trapped. And I'm getting the okay by the Spirit to share this. Okay, but I feel like it's a small few that perish that way. Now I have here also tied up, bound, tape around the mouth, hand, wrist, and ankle. Now, why would this come out? To me, this is due to abduction. This is due to trafficking of children. It's like taking an opportunity and taking advantage of it, if you know what I mean, for those that can benefit from this so-called situation of this fire that has jumped off in Maui. Okay, many children are unaccounted for, and we don't know also how many people perish along with their children. We don't know. But for this to pop up, this is due to corruption. Tied up, bound, tape around the mouth, hands, wrist, and ankle. You see that? This lets me know that they were taken. I think about trafficking. Oh, okay. Let me say this also. I never been to Hawaii. I would love to go someday. I don't know if Hawaii have bridges there that I don't know. Okay, I might later do a little bit of Google Earth. But anyway, I am sensing that they were taken away from that location. Let me just say that they said they're not close by in the area. I'm sensing they were taken and removed to another location. Okay, but it has here off a walking trail close by a creek area or remote location. What stands out to me is remote location. That can be anywhere, but we all know a remote location is pretty much, nobody else is around. It might be another building around or another house around, but they are at a great distance. Okay? But it has here off a walking trail close by a creek area or remote location. The word remote location stands out to me. Check this out. I told you I was getting something about corruption, right? Follow the money trail, money passed around from hand to hand, payoff. So think about it, those in deep pockets and those that can benefit out of this chaos. You have these children is valuable to somebody. And they have been property off of children, okay? But anyway, I just want to share this. Near or on someone of the Joker. Now, I do like missing cases, right? And the Joker is a suspect, but we could be looking at some kind of corrupt organization. So when I say the word Joker, think about suspect or corrupt organization, okay? Near or on one of the Joker property or their family member home location. So what stands out to me is somebody's property, okay? These children are on somebody's property. Now, I'm going to read this out and I'm going to explain to you what I'm picking up from this message, okay? Because if I don't, it won't make sense to many of you. Found out about their secret, not committed. So normally you'll think about a relationship, right? But that's not what I'm getting with this. What stood out to me is these children were tricked, okay, as far as leaving that location with someone, okay? And they end up finding out the real reason. Let me just say that. As far as realizing that these people weren't trying to help them because they're not returning them, if you know what I mean, okay? And whatever these people got going on, these children are not interested, okay? They're not interested, nor are they willing to be committed to whatever it is that they want them to take part in. So that's what I'm getting from this. Found out about their secret, not committed. It has here outside area, back shade. Now, first I got on somebody's property, and then this says outside area, back shade. So that's interesting right there. And we know there were a lot of children. It just depends on what kind of properties I mean, this is. Is it one of those mansions that wasn't touched? It has like an outhouse in the back. You never know. Okay, just saying. A lot of these elites, rich people, their home was not touched, and their home also on the top had some kind of blue color on it. Anything that had blue, the color blue on it, it was not touched. I think that's kind of interesting also. And so happened, those with deep pockets, their homes and land were not touched. Outside area, back shed. It may not be a back shed, it could be a back building on somebody's property. Then I have right here abandoned building. So it may not be a shed, it could be an abandoned building on somebody's property. See that? I'm not going to share it. I like to be mindful of what I share, okay? But anyway, I'm sensing the majority of those children are still alive. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I was hesitant to do this video because it's like, who's going to see it? I'm hoping that some somebody that lives in the area, in Hawaii would see it and form their own groups and go look for these children. But then I'm not really sure exactly where these children are, you know, because I am picking up on the fact that we saw remote location. I think about country, country looking areas, um, spacious land, but we did see remote locations, so that speaks for itself. Area, remote location, it speaks for itself. And I got here near or on one of the Joker property or their family member home location. So what stands out to me is on one of their properties. And it's somebody with deep pockets. This is follow the money trail. Money passed from hand to hand. These are people with deep pockets that can pay people off to do their dirty bidding. You get it? Okay, I'm going to reshuffle. And for me to see tied up, bound, tape on the mouth, hands, and wrists, these children were not willing to go along with whatever it is that they had planned. You know, they let me know these children were taken against their will. And I'm definitely picking up on, these children were tricked as far as being lured out of that location. Pretty much somebody claiming to help them, as far as helping them get out of the fire or out of the path of the fire. But I'm sensing that these children were lured, but they were lured in the hand of the enemy, in the hand of somebody that's full of corruption. Their father was paid off. And I'm sure there were others, because that's a lot of children that went missing. I'm going to reshuffle with this. See how thick this is? I'm going to reshuffle with this. And then I'm going to reshuffle with the other one and see what's going to come back out. Thank y'all for being patient. I really appreciate you. Oh, Holy Spirit, this was all truth. Speaking clarity about the missing children in Hawaii that disappeared, the school children that disappeared on that fatal day, the fires that jumped off in Hawaii, in Maui, that were planned due to corruption. What happened to the missing children in Maui during the time of the fire. Forgive me, family. I'm just trying to watch what I put out, okay? Some messages to me are like behind the scenes. And what I mean by that, let me say this real quick. I'm getting something about court order. So only the resident of Maui would know what that's about. What stands out to me is some kind of company, corporation. I did hear that was trying to get the local residents to sell to them something about a smart city that they want to put over there in that area, and a lot of people were not willing to buy out to them. Let me just say that, and I was also hearing something about um, I don't want to speak on it because I want to make sure I'm speaking correctly when I talk, but it's pretty much, the locals were going against somebody, but I'm not sure who that was. Okay, like I said, it's everything to do to these companies that was trying to take over that area. Then all of a sudden a fire break out. But anyway, let me continue. All right. Okay, family. I'm gonna share this right here, and then I'm also going to repeat the other deck that I have, and see what's going to come back out. What I'm seeing here is background information of where the kids could possibly be. Also what could be going on with them too, family. Remember, everything's alleged, okay? I don't like what I'm seeing at all. Even though I'm sensing that a lot of them are alive, I don't like the plans that they have for these children, if you know what I mean. I'm seeing a lot of sinister things that's going on behind the scenes. But also, I'm saying also, you know, what could have happened to a lot of these children that was trapped also. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me get started. Okay, family. Now, no matter what you see here, I'm going to read this first. It has here from today. Today is what September the 10th. It says update news coming in within 2 or 3 weeks. So within 2 or 3 weeks from today, when I get this right here, we're going to get some update news. Okay. Now, what kind of news? I don't know. Hopefully, it be pertaining to the children. That's only if we get the truth. Okay. So from today, update news coming in within, it can be any time within 2 or 3 weeks from today. Okay. Now the spirits tell me these children are inside of a location. And remember, we did see something about a property, somebody's property. Okay. They're inside of a location. I have here dark crawl space, so I'm still getting this. And then I'm getting the word dark, period. Okay. There's some kind of dark space. Lord have mercy. It just that's another reason I didn't want to do this kind of reading because it just bothers me a lot when I think about how the enemy is attacking my children. I don't like it. And then I got the word clue. I got the word dark again. That's the clue. See that clue, the word dark? So they probably got these babies in some kind of tight, dark space. I got dark and I got dark crawl space. I have here danger. I have here now this just say repeat offender, troublemaker. I think about somebody that you can pay off. Okay, it's a lot of them out here in the streets. You can just pay them off and they'll do your dirty work. Okay, so I got here repeat offender, troublemaker. That's what I have here. It's just somebody that you can pay off to do your dirty work. I have here these are the kind of people that would pay somebody off. Corruption alliance organization that's playing a part. Corruption is playing a part as far as why these children are still missing. They just say it's not running away, facing their fears. This letting me know the children did not run away. They did not run away. They're pretty much standing their ground, but they did not run away. They were taken. The babies did not run away. They were taken. This says meet up with them. I think about these people that's paid off by this organization met up with the children. They say to meet up with them, but I'm getting the word con and tricked. It has here, look at this, clue, the word removed. See that? These children were removed from that location. Many of them were removed. Now, I don't know what this means, and Lord knows I don't want to know what it means. All I know is they can use these children for many things, family, to profit off of. And one of them can be organ as well, you know what I mean, okay? It has here by dispose of or transfer. Now, what do stand out to me is the word transfer, body transfer. It has here missing slash lost, no recovery. I did a read on these babies earlier. I got this and it came right back out. And this could just be due to the fact that they may not even find these children. Missing lost, no recovery. I mean, I like to share truth on the darkness, but when I see stuff like this, it bothers me a lot. I feel like, well, why even put the information out there if the children may not be found? Then I get this seen from a bird's eye view. I can get this right here if the children are deceased, meaning in the spirit they're seen from a bird's eye view, or I can get this if these children are on a high hill cliff, if you know what I mean. They're somewhere up high, and there are a lot of areas, in Hawaii that have high hills. Well, let me just say this: higher ground. I say that. 'Cause I believe the elites, they're living on the upper higher ground. They're not on the lower levels. They're on the higher upper levels. It just says moving forward, not looking back. This is the mindset of those that are the corruption. This just says something broken body parts. When I saw this right here, that just broke my heart. I think about those babies that could have perished in their homes that were stuck, or something could have been done to many of them, if you know what I mean, okay? Allegedly. It has here, they say it's accident, but we know it was no accident. Accident cover up, no one's talking. That's the key. No one's talking. It has here, clue the word street. Now remember we saw area on somebody's property, also in a remote location. Look what else came out. Clue, check farm area, out, open field, land, or water. What stands out to me is a farm area, um, out, open, land, field. See that? That's a clue where these children are at. And if they are inside of a location, maybe in the back of somebody's property, they still could be underground. Cause I got the word dark. Unless they got them in a building that's dark inside. This just says crime caution tape. And you already know what that means, okay? It has here secretly meeting up my business. What stands out is secretly meeting up. I feel like these are those as far as the big players, the players that can gain from this, okay? And this is interesting right here. When friend turns foe, the enemy. So I think about somebody that you feel like you can trust. I think about someone you feel like you can trust. It doesn't have to be a friend. It can just be somebody that you feel like you can trust that betrayed you. Like, for instance, a police officer, you know, that we are known to trust, okay? Um, this what comes to me. It could be a police officer that could have been paid off to take these children somewhere, or one of the rescue people, okay? It could be one of the rescuers that could have been paid off and took these children somewhere else. And then it's come out violent, I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna say anything. It speaks for itself. A lot of these babies are dealing with this right here. It speaks for itself. See on the bottom, held hostage, and you see what's on the top. It just breaks your heart, family. You know, it's allegedly. You know, this is what I'm getting when it comes to these children. They're just being taken advantage of, and it just really pisses me off because Oprah and The Rock are so busy. I mean, they are so busy when it comes to worrying about trying to raise money. They can use a lot of their own money and get their fellow elites to raise money instead of worry about the people who are out here still struggling. They can use their own damn money and as far as collecting it and help the people and focus on paying for some body to come in, get some kind of police task force and pay for them to look for these children. How about she talk about that? But she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. And The Rock is not going to do it either. You best believe they're going to profit from this one way or the other. You better believe that. When the dust settles down, Oprah and The Rock and these other elites are going to profit from that area being destroyed. Okay, they're going to rebuild it. They're going to make sure all the locals are out of there. And they're going to use that area for how they want to use it. But they're definitely going to profit. You better believe that. And it pissed me off how people abuse their power. That when it comes to their money. It's not so much of money to root of all evil. It's the people when they get the money, how they use it. Holy Spirit is into all truth and clarity about the missing children in Maui who disappeared during the fires due to corruption that was planned. Seeking clarity on the missing children that disappeared in Maui. Seeking clarity on the missing children that disappeared in Maui. Okay, fam, this is what I'm going to show. I'm going to end this um, reading. This is a labor of love, and I really do care. And even though it doesn't look promising, we know God all things are possible. So let's stay in prayer and send lots of love and light these children way and pray that someone will touch the hearts and minds of somebody that would care enough to gather some kind of organization or search group to help and look for these children because there's still hope. I believe no matter what I'm seeing here, with God, all things are possible. And I thank you all, for your love supporting my channel as well, for having love for children, to care enough to watch this video. Let's keep these babies in our prayers, family, okay? I have here cross path, dangerous environment. So basically, these children cross path with somebody and they are in a dangerous environment. Hanging around the wrong crowd, not for your highest good. Basically, whomever these children cross paths with, family, these individuals were not for their highest good, okay? But they trusted them, thinking that they were going to help them, and they betrayed them because they had other hideous agendas, okay? That's what I'm getting from this, okay? New ideas set this plan in motion. So as you know, it was all planned, okay? As well as when it comes to the children, you know, what they was going to do as far as what plans they had for the children. Okay, all that's part of profiting. Okay, now remember I told you so far I wasn't getting anything about a tunnel. Well, check this out: tunnel, hole, or well. Now I'm gonna tell you what stands out to me. I think about a overpass. I kept getting something about a bridge. I still keep getting something about a bridge. Okay, so it might be away from Maui, but I'm still getting something about a bridge. But this could be due to an overpass, okay? A dark overpass to have, and it looks like this on the inside, some kind of dark hole or a tunnel. Maybe it's not due to some kind of overpass. Um, it could be a tunnel, okay? An actual tunnel. Cause remember, we got the word dark. Remember that? We remember how dark. Dark came out twice. These babies are inside of a location like this. Tunnel, hole, dark, or well. But I'm getting some kind of tunnel. Now, this right here this came out twice. Worded differently, but it came out twice. No positive movement forward. Possible no happy ending. And this is so sad. And you know why? Because, a lot of people, they just don't know where these children are. And maybe they might end up giving up looking for them. And I'm just saying, if they are on somebody that has deep pockets, property, how in the world are you going to find them if they're on somebody's property? Because that's private property. Can't see a way out trapped. The need to get away, their choice. May a detour change a plan. When the person you're around, karma catches up to them, the one that's innocent becomes sacrificed unjustly. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to read that again. When the person, your karma, catches up to them, the one that's innocent becomes sacrificed unjustly. What stands out to me is the ones that become innocent. I think about children become sacrificed unjustly. Caution, the need to remove themselves from negative, toxic person or groups. What stands out to me is groups. These children are in a dangerous environments and they are surrounded by groups of individuals that are very toxic and dangerous. I have here accusations, confront them. As I stated, these children were tricked, thinking that these people were going to help them, and they flipped the script on them. They realized, no, they had other hidden agenda. It has here accusations, confront them. That's what the church was starting to do. Where are you taking us? Where's mommy? Where's daddy? Where's our parents? Where are you going? What is this? Accusations, accuse somebody of wrongdoing. And as I stated, this was a scam. Scam and fraud. Watch for it. See, it was a scam when it comes to as far as trying to save these children. They gathered all these children up and took them somewhere else. Listen, who they know in higher positions that can protect them. Question their associates' background history. So somebody that's taking part in this hideous agenda, they're protected. And a lot of times people are protected due to who they know in higher positions who have deep pockets that's playing a part as far as these babies disappearing. See, these children receive broken promises. What they said they was going to do, they're not doing it. See that? Broken promises. I can't make it up. Brutality, viciousness, attack. No one would be desired. No one will desire you now. What stands out to me is brutality and vicious attack. They pretty much abusing their power with these children. And it's all about money. Money, the motive. Money, sell and trade. And I'm going to say it, whether it's sex trafficking, or organ harvesting, pretty much whatever that they feel that these children they can profit. Okay, and I'm gonna say allegedly, because Lord knows I'm praying that they all will be found. Now, as I stated, I sense that these children are still alive, and the Spirit is backing me up. Alive, they are running their hello, alive, they are running from their past and troubles. What stands out to me is they are alive. Okay, what stands out to me, I'm saying the word alive. These children are alive. Cross paths with a stranger. These children cross paths with a stranger. But I believe these strangers was coming off as somebody that was trying to help them. See that cross path with a stranger? You never know. They could have had a fake uniform on, but trying to come off as though that they're trying to help them when really they had other hidden agenda. It has here they are alive and well. I told you, I'm sensing the majority of these children are still alive, but they are held somewhere against their will. And lastly, there's more to the story. What needs to be said is not said. Lord have mercy on those children. They just pray that the Most High God will touch the hearts and minds of those that participated in this corruption, that they will do the right thing and, let these children go, or at least go to the authorities to let them know where these children are so they can raid the area. Family, that's power and prayer. We all stand together. But I can't hardly get anybody to hit the like button. I can't even hardly get anybody to share. Please share. Do your part. God brought many of you out here for a reason. Even though for those of you who may not even believe in this kind of stuff, just know you came you was brought here for a reason. Make a difference. Hit the like button. Share. It's not about me. It's about these babies that are going missing. And no matter what we saw here, with God, all things are possible. The past cannot be changed, but there's always hope for the future. I love you guys. I thank you for watching. Once again, it's all about corruption. Those that are in deep pocket, passing money around from hand to hand, getting people to do their dirty, hidden bidding when it comes to the children. Once again, I feel like this Maui fire was planned due to some kind of, advanced energy weapon that was used. Because all property were not damaged, just certain ones, pretty much the locals. Um, Of course, and I was getting um, country. I'll put it on something about country anyway. So it looked like. Hold, let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on, just give me a minute. I'm gonna say this, but it's allegedly. I feel like these children were removed somewhere in Hawaii. Okay, they may not have been taken off of Hawaii yet. Okay, because they also can be transported by boat as well. Okay, but I'm sensing they have not been removed yet. Okay, um, but they do have these underground tunnels. Please know that some of these people who have these mansions, like Oprah and The Rock and a host of others, you better believe they have some kind of underground tunnel that's linked to other locations. Okay, they're not paying that kind of money for certain locations for no reason. Just like I want maybe of you to check out the video after this one, it's showing this person found this location to where it's near some kind of company, but they went inside and they travel below about what 300 miles below. It's hidden tunnel systems down there. Okay, or let me just say 300 feet. I say 300 feet. I think I said miles, but I'm gonna say 300 feet down. There were tunnel systems down there. Okay, that can be used to transport. And he also towards the end you'll see it. One of the guys said that I don't know if he said I don't know if he said a family member told him, but somebody that he knew these wealthy old men that knew about that underground system, and they are so happy and pleased that it has not been disturbed. It is being well preserved. I wonder where does that tunnel leads to. Just saying. So yeah, check it out. It's not that long. I think about what, less than 30 minutes. But check it out. It's very interesting. And it's not just there, it's other places. They have these underground, hidden tunnel systems. Um, as far as, even when it comes to drug smuggling, they do the same thing when it comes to trafficking. But anyway, I'm through with this. Like I said, I'm getting somewhere away from Maui. I'm getting possibly on somebody's property in their back. We also saw abandoned um, property. I don't know if it's, we saw shed, but we also saw abandoned building. So they may have another abandoned building in the back of their property. But these children are in a dark lit area. Okay, remember we saw crawler space, and they can't hardly move. It's a dark space. Family, I tell you. I thank y'all for watching. Let's send these children prayers. Much love to you all. Much love and blessing to you all. And as far as I know right now in the present, these babies are still alive. And there will be some update news coming in less than 3 to 2 weeks from today. Like, share, and subscribe, but most importantly, like and share. Thank you, family. God bless you all, and bye for now. Sometimes after you've done all you can do, just stand like the word says. Peace.